Yesterday it was announced that the Academy Awards, the Oscars, are modifying their ceremony to include a new category, which is going to be Best Popular Film or Movie or something like that, which is very surprising since the Oscars are traditional and Best Popular Movie is the sort of category you would expect from something like the MTV Movie Awards or, one of those kinds of award shows, not the Oscars. Now, on the one hand, this is good for people who love comic book movies and blockbusters because it means now there is a way for the most popular genre movies to get an Oscar trophy when there didn't used to be a path to that, except for something like, best sound, best VFX, best editing, things like that, the technical categories. Or best costume, like Suicide Squad, I think, won for best makeup or hair or something. Things like that, the technical cosmetic things, sound design, art, production design, that stuff. But now they can get like an Oscar Gold trophy, basically saying in some way or another that this is a really good movie because it's popular. This means that if this category had existed in previous years, movies like Logan, Wonder Woman would have gotten nominations and maybe wins, as many people had wanted them to. And now this upcoming year, maybe movies like Black Panther and Infinity War will be nominated. So, on that level, there's a lot for superhero movie fans and sci-fi and fantasy and maybe even horror fans to be excited about and a reason for them to tune in to the Oscars. Now, on the bad side, like I was saying, a lot of people might say, well, this is the Oscars and now they're turning into what, like the MTV Awards, like a popularity contest? That's not exactly what the Oscars are supposed to be. So there are people who might see a best popular movie category as like cheapening the Oscars or diluting it from what it really is. Something that's supposed to celebrate purely artistic, dramatic merit. Best picture, best actor, best actress, and now best popular movie. What does that mean to those people who think that way? Now, I think the Oscars is doing this, number one, to increase ratings and interest from the general public. Because ratings for the Oscar telecast in the recent years, they've been going down every year for the most part. And one of the reasons people are speculating that happens is because there aren't mainstream movies showcased in the Oscars. It's usually, these indie movies, the type of movies that win dramatic Oscars that most people don't see in theaters. There's nothing there to make people that interested. Most people. For the most part, the people who watch the Oscars are people who are already in the industry or they're movie buffs, which is a relatively small segment of the population. They want more people from the general public to watch the Oscars and thus make the ratings go up. So it's like, let's find a way to showcase or highlight the most popular movies, hence the best popular movie category. Now, one of the reasons why a lot of fans and genre fans might be unhappy with this might just be another way to showcase one studio's dominance in another area, which is going to be Disney. Disney, makes all the Marvel and Star Wars movies, and usually their movies are the ones that are the biggest box office every year. So if the best popular movie category is judging movies based on how much money they make, that means it's almost always going to be one studio taking home all the trophies, which is going to be Disney because they make all the Marvel and Star Wars movies. Now, Marvel, MCU, and Star Wars fans won't have a problem with that, but like DC fans, Jurassic Park fans, Fast and the Furious fans, Transformers fans, all these other fandoms, Harry Potter fandom, are going to be irritated and annoyed that, the person accepting the award is always going to be like Kevin Feige or Bob Iger. People who are part of Disney, Marvel, or maybe Kathleen Kennedy. Ooh, I hope Kathleen Kennedy is never on that stage. But whatever. It's that. DC fans especially going to be unhappy because, it's going to make it so that there'll be another reason for Marvel to toot its own ego, I guess, or lack of a better phrase. But, to just sweeten Marvel's pot. But, there are going to be people saying, well, if best popular movie is the most popular movie and it's always Marvel or Disney, then don't they deserve that trophy? So, it's going to depend on which side of the fence you lie on. Now, just because Disney gets the trophy most of the time doesn't mean that, the other movies are still going to exist and make the money they've been making. But it's just going to be something, I guess, to further cement Disney's dominance. Even though Disney already kind of is dominant, but it's just going to, make it seem like it's ego stroking or a vanity trophy. And, the Oscars might put themselves in the center of, fandom wars and certain kinds of things they were never a part of until previously. I mean, the Oscars certainly aren't strangers to controversy, right? there was Oscar so white. There's a lot of the Me Too Times Up stuff, and before, years prior, there would always be controversies because people like actors and directors and stuff and producers and like to make political statements at the Oscars. So the Oscars certainly, they're pros at controversy, but they've never really been a part of like fan wars or trolls, that fanboys. That's never really been a part of Oscars culture, but now it's about to be because they have an awards category that's going to be all about that in the eyes of many people. So we'll see. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.